All the Feelings presents
Adulting.
this episode.
It's listener question time.
Unprecedented. This is a 13th episode. We finished our season of All the Feelings, Adulting. We finished all 12 episodes. We promised you 12. You got 12. And now we're back for a 13th. Why, Pete?
Oh, God, I feel about 3 inches tall.
Oh, no, but you look like you look like $1 million.
Oh, Tom, thank you. Here's the thing. We had a technical snafu all season long that no one told us about. Let's just say that. Because, and I think I know why. Let me just back up. We have a form on our website where you can submit your questions or thoughts or anxieties directly to us on the show. And we said, hey, do that. We'd love to get your feedback. And then that feedback comes into our system on its own. It's like magic. It's a magic system. And it gets us away from the something stinky email address that we used to have. Do you remember that?
About that. Something stinky at gmail.com. God, that made me so angry.
Yeah, it was so bad, right? So we don't check that. God, I hope nobody's writing to that email address anymore.
Oof.
Anyway.
That's just like filled with manifestos.
It's all manifestos all day.
Yeah.
The challenge is that I had a filter set incorrectly in our database where the listener feedback goes, and I just stopped looking at listener questions. And let me just say, it's not entirely my fault, because when we did our Sins and Virtues season, not one person wrote us. Not one. Not a single one.
Well, as far as we know, if you had it forwarded to the trash, no, I get it. No, but there wasn't as much. That was more of a sit back and listen. And it turns out this time people had stuff to say, and
stories.
We didn't know that you were writing in, listeners, and we're so sorry. I'll say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Filters, schmilters. There was a filter set, and the filter said...
Yeah.
The filter, there's a picture of a guy with his fingers in his ears going, my.
Yes.
I can't hear you. So this is a special extra episode where we're just going to be dealing with the LQs, the listeners' questions or comments, L's, Q's, and C's. And we're so sorry because they go back to like which episode?
Kind of far. Well, it was the first question we got. Nobody wrote anything until we did I don't remember, what was the kids' and dependence episodes, like 3 or 4.
Sure.
And the first one is in response to my son's Capri Sun habit, drinking trash.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You were watching a soccer game, and while everyone was at one side of the field playing a sport, your son picked up a used Capri Sun that was not his and took a little hydration break. Amazing.
Yes.
Where's that?
That's from Sharon Robison. Robison?
Oh, it goes from the bottom and then goes up. Got it.
Yep. Bottom up.
I'm ready.
And so it's actually also gives a tip of the hat to the time your dog, Foster, decided to commit sandal crimes and crap all over someone's sandals on the beach.
At the dog beach, yes. He did do that.
So this is what Sharon writes.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have not read any of these yet.
No.
I just found out about this.
I've only read.
We just sort of found out about this. We were going to be recording just a Feeling Friends episode today, and instead Pete went, "Oh no,
oh no!" I mean,
we're recording a full-on episode today, and it's going out to the world. Okay, go ahead. Tell us a story, Sharon Robison, please.
Sharon says, "Okay, I have to tell you the story because after listening to Pete's kid drink mystery Capri Sun and Tommy's dog commit sandal crimes, I realized my dependence might be worse. We have 2 kids, 8 and 10, and a rescue mutt named Daisy. One Saturday morning, I'm upstairs folding laundry when I hear my kids shouting, 'Daisy found a treasure.' Now, you have to understand.
I don't like that.
I know.
Already foreboding. Go ahead.
Daisy, you have to understand, in my house, treasure could mean anything from a dead worm to a diamond ring, and the odds are strongly against the diamond. I come downstairs and I find both kids in the backyard crouched in a weird ceremonial way kids do when they're about to show you something that will ruin your appetite. Daisy is wagging her tail proudly next to, and I'm not making this up, a bag full of fast food she apparently dug out from under the neighbor's deck, still stapled shut, grease stains blooming through the paper. The kids, in their infinite wisdom, had opened the bag and were about to split what was left of 2 slightly petrified Burgerville bacon cheeseburgers when I stopped them. And here's the kicker. They were mad at me, like furious. "You're always taking Daisy's stuff," my 8-year-old yelled, as if confiscating a bacteria playground was an act of tyranny. And I realized in that moment that my children would 100% eat ancient garbage out of loyalty to our dog. Am I raising generous, loyal little humans who want to stand by their loved ones no matter what? Or just future adults who will need to be told repeatedly not to eat food that they find under someone else's porch? Bigger question, who loses a whole bag of fast food under a porch? DoorDash is the worst.
Oh, I didn't think about that. So it was a delivery where they were like, I bet they want it under here.
Yeah,
I bet they want a meal under their deck.
I can't find the address. I guess I'll throw it under a deck.
Right.
Like that's kind of the vibes it's giving me.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing,
story.
Sharon. I think I've talked about it on this podcast, that the magic bush that Foster had.
No.
It's no longer there, but it's by, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but there's a supermarket named Ralph's. I've been to a couple times.
Wait, have you ever been there? Yeah.
I've been there, and I was walking Foster. This was a zillion years ago, and he was, he has to sniff and pee on everything, and he stuck his head into the bush and came out with an entire fried chicken breast in his mouth. And his eyes were like, "Oh my God, magic bush." And I took it away from him immediately because I'm not a sociopath. But ever since, and I threw it away, of course, but ever since, until they got rid of that bush, he has to search that bush because he thinks the bush giveth
there's
the
presence
bush
there,
and the owner take away. Yeah.
Oh,
that's fantastic. That's a fantastic story, and it's also gross and terrible. And I love your children, and Daisy's my treasure. Do
you eat garbage food? I mean, like in your own garbage? Like you throw something away and you're like, I could eat that. Like it hits the garbage. Is there a statute of limitations on garbage presents?
Can't. It's like, even if it's like a fresh, I don't know, bag or something, there's some weird invisible line where it's immediately spoiled. And
that which goes in does not come out, is what you're saying.
No, it can't. Yeah. I think, I don't know where I got that from. Well, I guess probably from being human and being civilized. But no, I can't do that. Like I would immediately think that I would get sick, even though I would watch the chicken nugget go in there, land on a clean napkin. It's immediately poison. How about you? Can you?
Well, it kind of came up because of, 20 years ago, the Seinfeld, where George ate out of the trash at somebody else's house. But It was one of those things where I don't remember the whole story. It was like somebody threw a plate with cake on it into the trash, and he took it out and ate some of the cake. And he responded like you, because I don't know, he wanted cake. I'm totally butchering my memory of.
I never really watched Seinfeld. Okay, go ahead.
Are you kidding? You were in Seinfeld.
I think that's why I saw too much of myself in it.
A little too close to home.
Yeah, whenever I do anything in my life, it ends in I finish doing it and it goes beep bonk pow. Is that Seinfeld? Yeah, that's
yeah.
That's it.
I could do the whole thing. We could do it a cappella.
All right.
You want to do another question?
Sure, please.
This one comes from No Name. We have a lot of no names, people who are just using us as a chat board and just write their thing in, and they don't tell us who they are or where they're from. They just have thoughts and they must share immediately. That's what we have.
From now on, I'm going to assume that every unnamed one is Daisy from the first story.
You got it.
Okay,
all
great.
Right. So this one is
kidding.
referring to the 911 ice cream story. What was that?
911 ice cream story. Uh-oh.
Oh, it was a Feeling Friends. This was the kid, right? We had the whole
kid
audio.
Called and said that my mom was mad, or she was mad at her mom for, that's right,
taking her ice cream, and called the police.
That's right. Okay. Go.
So Daisy says, the 911 ice cream story is hilarious, but I'm genuinely curious. How did you teach your kids the right reasons to call emergency services without accidentally discouraging them from calling when it actually matters? We have absolutely no reason to fear our kiddos would do anything dumb, mostly because we've taught them nothing and really, really feel like we should. Interesting question.
That's a very interesting question. Foster doesn't know how the phone works, so I'm off the hook.
No.
How did you do it?
I don't think.
Did you not?
I don't think I did.
Oh no. But
I think I was too busy trying to decide if I should watch Tiger King, and I didn't do that either.
Do you know what I did yesterday? I watched all of Tiger King. Just kidding. I still haven't watched it yet. Oh, well then, but they know what it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, they absolutely know what it is, and oh man, I feel
Does
like
school teach them?
I was just wondering. I feel like a complete bozo. When I was a kid, there was a lesson on this. There was like a video, film strip.
I feel like we had a police officer come in and be like, police officers are your friends, and we're not bastards. He was very forward thinking.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't say ACAB. And we're like, what is that? And now it's this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had some civic education at school, and maybe I just sort of internalized that and expected it to happen. I don't think I ever did. And now, of course, now that I have a kiddo who works in emergency services, I get the back end of what happens when people aren't taught what to do. Now that I think about it, the stories that Soph brings home about people who called 911 and really didn't need to.
For their
legion,
EMT
and they're
work?
adults. Yeah, they're like, I stubbed my toe, take me to the hospital kind of things, you know. So yeah, I think so it's different. Here's the other reason it's different. This just strikes me. Young kids generally, at least in my social group, don't have phones. If they need to call 911, they have to do it on their parents' borrowed cell phone. This is causing me no end of sort of retroactive anxiety. What if something
kids
had happened
don't have
to me?
phones? I thought kids, that's all they did was on their phones.
No, I mean, like, if you have like a no. If when you're
kids.
nervous,
I see
about this, not teaching your kids like I knew how to dial 111 because we had a landline, and when I was when I was in elementary school and the police came and said, here's when you dial 911, I knew where the phone was. I could go pick it up and dial 911. But what happens when something happens?
You're talking about little kids.
Yeah.
Because we don't just have landlines. That's a really good point. But isn't there a thing, isn't there like some sort of like thing where any phone will let you dial 911 even if it's not your phone and it's locked?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is true. Even if you don't, even if a lot of phones, even if you don't have a cell phone plan on it, it'll dial 911.
Oh, that's fun. We should bring back call boxes. Like
call
on highways. Highways,
like
there
the
would just
blue
be like those
boxes.
little boxes because then cops didn't have, I guess, any communication. And so they would go and like, they had walkie-talkies, but inside was a little like landline phone. Adorable.
How else would they be able to talk to Smokey and or the Bandit?
Nice. Wait, I thought one of them was. Okay, whatever.
Anyway, I don't have really great answers for you, Daisy. Yeah. I'm really sorry about that, but this is
I wonder if that's the kind of thing that just sort of gets learned through osmosis and school and also popular culture.
And also then that means it's probably not taught very well, is what I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm worried about that. All right.
Thank you, Daisy.
Okay. Next question comes again from Daisy. Daisy's been busy.
Okay.
Okay. So here we're starting in media res. Pete, I'm in the same boat. Says Daisy.
What?
My mom is dating again, and she's a trusting person. Trying to balance encouraging her happiness with making sure no one's taking advantage. It's making me feel even more cynical about ... the world. Yeah.
Right, because your mom had suitors.
Yeah. Which, and I'll say just in terms of catching up, went very well.
Really? That guy?
Yeah.
They finally met?
They
Adorable.
finally came out. They had a great trip together. It was very sweet. And I don't
That's
know what happens
wonderful.
next, but they're living in the moment.
Okay.
As they
excellent.
should. So that's the whole story. I absolutely resonate with this, right? Like I totally get it, especially because I don't live near my mom. And so the act of kind of engaging in that protective vibe that sort of creeps up is hard. And yet I don't know this person, never met them. I think it helped that, my mom was able to tell me a lot about him, about his family. She's talked to his son, but I never talked to him. and maybe I'm shirking my responsibilities, but mostly I'm just so on the side of mom needs a buddy. And this is somebody that you know what he is? He's actually, his cousin was my dad's cousin. So
What?
so this guy was actually cousins by marriage into our family. What's that like? Yeah. Like they're not blood
Does that make
relatives,
it
but they're
better or worse? Okay.
it
I
makes
guess
it better,
better.
because it's like we
They're a
we know
known
where to
quantity.
find him.
Yeah.
if something goes wrong.
Sure.
So I don't know if that makes it better or worse, I guess, but it set me at ease knowing
Sure.
that this person has been around forever.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I guess that makes it okay. Anyway, totally get it. And the idea of feeling more cynical about the world, well, take a number and get in line.
I would like to think that the odds of them being a nice person doing their best would way outweigh the fact that they're like a creep or a scammer or something.
Yeah.
Especially because they're of a certain age. If she was like, if her suitor was 25, well, I'd put her on a watch list, but then also I would, because that seems like prime sketch.
Yeah.
But just older people, I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'm rose-colored glassing it.
I think you might be rose-colored glassing it. I mean, Clint Eastwood, Robert Redford, they all do movies about elderly criminals.
That's a good point.
And let me tell you right now, my mom lives way too close to a school for any of that stuff to get.
Got it.
For her to date someone that young.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, Daisy. I don't have a lot that I can tell you here, but I do really relate to the experience of feeling cynical about, about watching your parents go through, feeling protective. I guess is it. But also, I do a lot. I talk to my mom. I guess this is a sidebar sort of a comment, but I talk to my mom a lot about scams.
Sure.
Because I mean, I know how easy it is to create a replica of my voice. So, mom and I have a safe word. If she gets a call that sounds like me, but it's asking for, Bitcoin or something, she knows to ask a question that will get a certain answer. We have a call and response.
That's smart. I don't have that.
Why don't you have
folks? Because no one told me that was a thing. And I'm trying to get them to buy more Bitcoin.
That is one of those things.
I am in the weeds.
Yeah, you're in the weeds.
Oh, that's
because
smart.
You're the same as me. Like your voice is out there on the internet an awful lot and can be trained, and people could make you a bot and it'll sound like you. And they can use that to call your parents and ask for Bitcoin.
I would like people, someone to do that, and people know it's not me because I'm like too sane and rational. They're like, Tom, clearly you haven't interrupted your own sentence once. What's wrong? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down.
You should write that down. Talk to your parents. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I got another one about mom. Listening to Pete's story this is from Daisy again. Listening to Pete's story about his mom brought up so much for me. My dad passed away 3 years ago. Mine too. And my mom has been on her own since. When she met someone new, I thought I'd be happy for her. But instead, I felt this weird combination of protectiveness and displacement. Like suddenly, I'm not her main person anymore. Makes me feel so ugly and disjointed.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
sure.
Daisy, I get that. I didn't feel that. I think I was more just in that space of curiosity and enthusiasm for mom to have a buddy. But man, that is
person anymore. Sure.
Yeah.
So you're feeling like replaced.
Especially if you fall into that space of, needing to be the caregiver and I don't just mean sort of regarding healthcare, but like you're helping at the bank, it's just the quotidian stuff, right? That goes on every day. If you're making runs to the grocery store, picking up cat food, right? And suddenly there's someone new who's taking over that. It feels like, losing a part of yourself when you lose responsibility to do that for others.
Because that's like an empty nest kind
It's
of a
empty.
thing.
It's reverse empty nesting.
Reverse empty nest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry you're feeling that way, but you are, of course, her main person,
Yeah.
no matter what, as the child. But
Right.
but no, I mean, but you should feel valid in feeling that way. I mean,
Yeah,
try
for
not
sure.
to try not to beat yourself up for feeling bad.
Well,
Don't feel bad
yeah.
because you don't feel worse as much as
Yeah.
you can.
And just a reminder that if their relationship is good, this new person, like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to root for these two people. It doesn't have to be. And I know what you said in this question is that you feel ugly and disjointed, but the implication is that the relationship is somehow makes you ugly, and it doesn't have to. Right? It can be empowering. It can free you up to think about other emotional stuff that you deal with. Lord knows, whenever I feel like I solve something, there's always something else to busy me to worry about.
And if you still feel ugly and disjointed and it's just not going away, I would Mrs. Doubtfire it. I would get in there as someone else and ruin that relationship.
That is exceptional advice.
Yeah, like paint yourself the same color as the bedroom wall and then like make noises, prove to them, like try to convince them that he is haunted. He brought some sort of a conjuring or the nun. And she's going to have to be like, look, make him ugly and disjointed for once. That's what I think you should do.
A real sort of Ju-on the curse, the grudge kind of vibe. And eventually your mom will think fingers are coming out of her skull. It's awful. Don't do that.
If I had a nickel.
Deep cut. All right. Sorry about that, Daisy. It's a hard journey, and I get it. Oh my gosh, here's another one. Pete,
about mom's dating?
Daisy. My mom also started. We probably should have grouped some of these. This is what we would have gotten if we were prepared. How do you not interrogate every guy like you're auditioning for Law and Order Elder Crimes?
Yeah, well, you did talk about that. That you kind of
you
kind of knew him and cousins, and they were all lived in the same house together or something like that.
This is a real Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of a thing.
I gotta be honest, and I don't know why, but I know that when you started talking about your mom having suitors and exploring that world, I thought that was extremely rare. That people in their 70s would start doing that more. It is clearly not rare at all.
No. Yeah.
Well,
what's interesting is like neither of them are interested in being married again.
Sure.
Right? Neither of them are interested even in living together.
Right. He was staying in a hotel.
They sure are interested in spending time with each other, having someone to talk to, having somebody to invest a little bit of their life with. And I think that's awesome.
That's wonderful.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
How about this one's from Sammy Says Go.
Sammy, hi. Sammy says go.
Sammy says, Tommy, I'm a theme park junkie and I need to know if there's any polite way to speed up older relatives without feeling like a jerk, or should I just embrace the slow parade?
Right. Well, one way that you can actually use it to your advantage is my late grandmother, my mother's mother. She was still mobile, but we would get a wheelchair for her when we went to Disneyland, and we would go right to the front of the line. Classic grandma move. I don't think they do that anymore because half the people at Disneyland are like in their 30s and on jazzies, like those little, like little scooters. Yeah, so they can't. I mean, everyone would just be first in line all the time. I think you just have to embrace the slow parade, and if you're a theme park junkie, do your deep breaths and just try to enjoy all of the cool details around you. Make that part of the ride also. Of what are the outfits if it's like a real detailed place like a Disneyland or a Universal Studios. There's always a ton of stuff to find and to enjoy, so maybe do that or just leave them behind. Go into the restroom, come out wearing a wig, and the day's yours.
I'm going back to your Mrs. Doubtfire plan. Like, I sort of feel like there's something you could dress them up as. Like, are there any wheelchair bound characters that you could put a giant head on them?
Who's the guy in the X-Men that talks to people with his brain?
Now we've got Disney. We've locked Disney because of
Yeah.
Professor X. Dress
Professor
your elder
X.
family like Professor X. Wheel them around all the time. And then don't even do the line. Just go into the authorized personnel only doors.
Right.
Because Professor X would be able to get you in there.
If you play your cards right, people will line up to take a picture, and you can be like, hey, new Disney policy, $1 a picture. Make some,
you're grifting.
yeah, make
Because I
some
think
churro money.
That's
Wait,
what Walt
his
Disney...
name is Professor X?
Yeah.
That is a real first thought, best thought situation. A Professor X. How dumb.
It's the X-Men, Tom. Nobody was... I think the X-Men itself is the definition of first thought, best thought. The X-Men.
Professor. Are they the X-Men because they're his men? No, because Magneto had men, and they're not Magneto heads. I don't care.
No, because
I'm
Magneto
striking
wasn't
the
an
rest of this.
X-Man.
Look, we're all X-Men in some way or another.
No,
I don't
we're
want to talk
not.
about this. The
No,
end.
some of us are Team Magneto.
Okay, thank you, Sammy. I'm not
And
talking about.
mark that as done. Okay.
Yes.
How about this one from Anne? Uh-oh.
Okay.
Does your mom know you're talking about her suitors on a podcast? And
Oh
follow
my,
up.
Pete, you really stirred up a hornet's nest.
I know. I think it's because I talk about the suitors every week. There's always
Yeah.
a suitor update.
It was guns or suitors, yeah.
Yeah. How on earth do you even begin to vet someone your mom dated in
Yep.
middle school? Yeah, we sort of talked about it. And let me just correct. First of all, my aunt's name is Anne. I wonder if this is Aunt Anne, because if this gets back to Mom, who knows?
Oh no.
Mom does know that I have mentioned suitors on the podcast. She thinks it's very
What did
funny.
she think?
She just thinks it's funny. She doesn't listen.
Did she listen?
No.
Yeah, I don't think.
It's like I'm answering your questions before you answer them. And but she never dated this person in middle school. She went to elementary school with them. And then she moved on to some girls' school. So she doesn't know boys.
How do you vet someone your mom dated or knew in middle school or elementary school? I would say get the transcript. Like get the grades, and you can see it's like
yeah,
and you're like, a D in cursive. What's going on, Jim? And just sort of see how he wriggles out of it.
Yeah, I mean, release the files is what I say.
Yeah.
Edison
like an
Elementary
A in
School.
English,
Release
and
the Edison files.
An A- in scams. Yeah, that's how we would know.
Okay, here we go. This is from probably Tex, I guess. Tommy.
What? Oh, that's the full name is probably
Yeah.
Tex. Okay.
Tommy,
this is me.
Yeah,
Tommy,
that's
what do
you.
you think about Pete's mom dating? And I'd be like, geez. I also talked about things like my dog pooping. Okay, go ahead.
Tommy, your lost car dream unlocked a memory I've been trying to forget. I keep having this nightmare where I'm back in high school, except I'm 48, I'm wearing my current work clothes, and everyone just acts like that's normal. The bell rings, and I realize it's final exam day for a class I've never heard of, Advanced Trigonometry of Horses. Apparently, I've been enrolled all semester. I don't even know where the classroom is, so I spend the entire dream running around the hallways, carrying a protractor and an actual saddle. Convinced
This horse element is fascinating. Keep going. Sorry.
I'm convinced I'm late. Then I wake up sweaty, out of breath, and convinced I just failed math and rodeo at the same time. Subconscious message, or just my brain throwing a weird little party with anxiety and absurdism as the guests of honor?
Wow.
You
I
have
understand
anxiety
why
dreams?
Tex. I am anxiety dreams. No, when I'm not losing my car, I am trying to find a classroom, and I've never found the classroom. At some point I wake up after like my third go around the campus.
But do you ever have any, like this rodeo thing, there's something to it, carrying an actual saddle.
I'm never conscious of that I'm carrying something, and I don't think I even really know fully what the class is. It's sort of an amalgamation of courses that I did take in college that I found. There were like 3, I was an honors student, and there were 2 honors classes that I took that were way over my abilities.
Mhm.
Like one of them, we had to read, what's his name? A Brief History of Time?
Yeah. Yes. Wheelchair.
I am very smart.
I have yes. I am so
What's it?
smart.
Oh.
We made a movie about it, and
Right.
it was wonderful.
That was like the warm-up book that we had to read over the summer. And that book is really hard to understand. What's his name?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. Okay, yes. Anyways, so yeah, but I've never had an absurdist part to it. It's always just drenched in gross. I know it has to do with like anthropology and numbers and graphs.
Right.
But the trigonometry of horses, what was it? That's
Trigonometry
incredible.
of horse, advanced trigonometry of horses.
Oh, well, I'm totally going to try to lucid dream a saddle from now on.
Yeah. I just
Thank
love
you,
that there's an artifact that is persistent, right? The act of carrying the saddle.
I've never had that.
Is funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I wonder if that could be calming. Because they say like in lucid dreams, you can figure out. I was just talking to someone who has taught themselves how to lucid dream.
Mm-hmm.
And in it, they ask certain, like to prove to yourself that you're dreaming, there are certain things you do. And one of them is like, look at a clock. There's never any clocks or times in dreams, or you can't understand them or something like that. I desperately should have remembered this conversation before I brought this up. Anyways, thanks, Tex. So,
no, I'm not done with this.
X,
you look at a clock in
the
dream, but you'll never find a clock. So that's proof that you're dreaming. Is that right?
Something
is that what you're
like
suggesting?
that. Yeah, but that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I'm taking that as gospel. That's like an AI hallucination, but I'm believing it.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks, Tex.
Thanks, Tex.
That's fantastic. I love that we're taking these listener questions that are clearly written by somebody who would like some guidance on how to maybe not have this anymore, and we're trying to actually integrate it into our own lives. Like, I wonder what it would take for me to just persistently think of a saddle. Yeah, we're broken.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another one for you, I think. What's worse, waking up sore from sleeping wrong, or waking up from a dream where you ran a marathon and still being sore even though you didn't? Also, do you think dreams as exposure therapy actually work? Or is that just a nice way of saying, congrats, you were terrified in your sleep for nothing?
That first part, I think waking up sore from sleeping wrong, just other than instead of like running a marathon and being sore, because waking up sore from sleeping wrong is a betrayal from God himself. It is just like a poke in the butt. But dreams as exposure therapy, I really like that idea. I like the idea that we're getting through stuff for a reason. But like, is it so Tex won't be as afraid of horses? Like, if you get down, it's kind of tough to really believe it works. But I mean, I don't remember if I said it during the episode, but I do kind of like anxiety dreams, even though they're so uncomfortable during it. Because when I wake up, I feel relief.
Yeah, you're
like,
processed.
I love the fact. Yeah, I feel relief that it's like, oh, I don't have homework and I'm not doing classes anymore.
Yeah.
And so that just feels great.
But there's a line, right? Like the persistent I'm carrying a saddle dream is different from I'm waking up after a single or maybe a couple of nights having anxiety dreams, and then I'm finished, right? Like I'll go through bouts of a week where I sleep poorly, and then at the end of the week I'm feeling better. Like I'm getting more restful sleep, as if my brain has been doing the thing that it needs to do while I'm sleeping, churning through stuff, unprocessed stuff. But where is the line between that and, I have a persistent dream that I can't shake?
Right. Well, I think.
I mean, do you have those? Is that different? Am I making stuff up that nobody else feels?
I think, well, like the car and the class, I mean, I just have those all the time. And so I'm not dealing with something. Something isn't getting terribly better.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I've started finding the car, which is exciting, which means something in my life now that I'm 50,000 years old. But I don't know. I really wish that you could talk to sleeping Pete and Sleeping Tommy and be
Yeah.
like, let's spend a moment in here. I guess
Yeah.
that's what lucid dreaming is. Like, let's really look at that clock and then just go to the registrar's office and look at a map. Is that where they keep the maps for the campuses? Yeah.
I think there are maps everywhere.
Yeah.
There are maps everywhere. All right. That was from Daisy. This is an easy one. Pete, inside shoes, as in like sneakers that never touch the outside world, is that an age thing or a plantar fasciitis thing?
Wait, when did you talk about it? Wait, what are inside shoes? I don't remember that. And it sounds like something that I'll find annoying.
Why are you bringing that energy?
I'm sorry.
As somebody who just had a
shoes,
significant birthday, I feel like you should be a little gentler.
I did just turn 50 years old 2 days ago as we record this on August 10th. So happy birthday to me. And the biggest gift I got for myself was a pair of inside shoes.
Jeez. So here's the thing.
I don't remember you talking about inside shoes. What are those for?
I have talked about foot problems and things that break down. For me, I deal back and forth.
I remember this. Because you have like orthotics and stuff, so you need to wear these things.
Because
That's right.
you remember, I told you about my issue with one leg being longer than the other.
Oh, that's right. And you're constantly like turning around in a circle.
I only make left turns.
and you see the world in a diagonal.
A little bit sideways. Yeah. I don't know what level is. But
that's right.
Yes, I do have some inside shoes that I wear because they give me more support on when even inside. I work at a standing desk, so a lot of my time I'm standing up all day, and I need more support. And I've been dealing with bursitis and plantar fasciitis, and you treat those differently, right?
Sure.
And it's just foot stuff, and it just makes me feel and sound old, and I don't care for it. But it's
Can
fine.
we come up with a better term than inside shoes? Because for some reason that's driving me insane. Like, I love the idea that you have these shoes for support and you need them and you can't just walk around like a hippie all the time. I love that. But I agree. Inside shoes sounds maddening.
I don't understand this. Would you prefer outside slippers?
I don't know what the answer is. Maybe inside. All right, I'll get to work on this.
It's just shoes, man. It's just shoes.
But you call them inside shoes.
I don't. How else do you differentiate them?
I don't know. It's a good point. Yeah, inside shoes. All right, I'll allow it. I like it.
I don't think you're going to like it. I think we're going to hang up and you're going to be thinking, this is going to be a perseveration point for you.
Oh, no. What if I dream I'm holding a saddle and I'm wearing inside shoes, but I'm outside? Ah!
All right. Simone Olson writes, Olson, 4 brand new crockpots in my mom's garage when she died, all still in boxes. One of them was from me. Do I take it personally, or is this just a Midwestern doomsday stash thing? As if at the end of days you're going to need a lot of crockpots?
Yeah, well, don't you know, like, there's going to be a huge drought, and the future currency is crockpots and Instant Pots. 4 of them. That's interesting. And one of them is from, so this sounds like maybe mom was a little afraid of crockpots?
Either afraid of crockpots or had a utility crockpot that she was happy with. I've done that with family. Like you give something that they already have something that they're happy with, and they don't want to give it. So they keep it as it's like a backup. But apparently Mrs. Olson was thought of in her community and family as a real crockpot head.
Right.
Like people thought all she needs is crockpots. And so she stocks up on backup crockpots that she wasn't crazy about because she already had one she was happy with.
If she didn't get, that totally makes sense. Because if they didn't include a gift receipt, it's hard to, and you're not going to pawn a crockpot.
No. Right.
And so you just, but it's also too big to just, it feels weird throwing it away. It's like throwing away technology. And so you just put it in the garage.
Well, and here's the bigger problem, Simone. I'm not saying that because this is, I know what it's like to lose a parent. I'm just saying that had she lived much longer, there is real risk that she would have re-gifted the crockpot you gave her back to you and have forgotten that. That legitimately happens with people in this kind of scenario. They have a lot of crockpots. There's a birthday coming up. They aren't prepared for it. Suddenly, boom, you've been re-gifted your own crockpot.
Ouch. Yeah.
I know.
Or there's another option.
Do tell.
Some of those might have been inside crockpots.
Jesus. If I could hang up on you, if we didn't have more listener questions.
I put on my inside shoes and I make a little inside stew in my inside crockpot. And then I throw one end of the rope over something sturdy. Okay. You figured it out. I find the strongest looking rafter in the attic.
This podcast is going to need a trigger warning. Okay. Jesus. All right. This one comes from Max, who is a history major and chronic pun enthusiast.
Oh, okay. History major. And chronic pun enthusiast. Got it.
Do you remember that I did a Feeling Friends that I was particularly happy about John Grant. Do you remember that?
Which one was he?
John Grant was the inventor of vital statistics and epidemiology, because he took, during the plague in London, he took the bills of mortality that came out and actually built tables about them so that he could learn, why are people dying? And he was just curious. He was a haberdasher by trade who was a hobbyist. That's right. I do remember him. Yeah.
And he
I really love John Grant. He's my spirit animal. So this comes from Max. Serious question. Do you think John Grant ever looked at his plague spreadsheets and thought, I am killing it right now?
I get it. Pun enthusiast. I love it. I am slaying at this.
Yes, absolutely. That was fantastic. Exceptional. Max, you can write any time. Amazing. Do you know what? That was it. That was our last question.
Wow. Okay. Well, we did it. And thank you for joining us for this extra bonus sort of episode.
Yeah.
A bonus mistake episode. But thank you so much for writing in. And we're sorry. We're really sorry that we missed this, but we hope we have made it up to you. And
we're going to look at again. We're going to look at the spreadsheet now.
Oh, nightly.
Because we are killing it, is what we're saying.
Yes. So thank you so much to everyone. And I guess we're going to start our special episodes for Feeling Friends. So if you still want to hear more of our nonsense, and we promise we'll really do them and really answer questions from now on, head over to allthefeelings.fun. And otherwise, thank you everybody for listening. We really appreciate it. We hope you're staying as cool as possible this summer, and we will see you very soon.
When I open my eyes, hope that you're by my side.